Good morning, you wonderful people. It is Saturday, not November, December 4th, 2020, or 12/4/2020. Sorry, folks, I just had 1 cup of coffee. Now I'm pretty tired still. Anyways, today is just another one of those days where I'm just going to be sitting around and just enjoying myself today. But anyways, as you know, I will be interviewing my Uncle Greg and my Uncle Connie very, very, very soon. I hope. Because I know for one reason, I did post a video saying, yes, I will be interviewing my uncles. Saying, I will be interviewing my Uncle Greg and my Uncle Connie. But the problem is with this is this. The video will have to be a two-part video because unfortunately I cannot make an hour-long video because unfortunately YouTube has a very strict limit of how many minutes the video can be. And the sad part is this. Doing a YouTube video, an hour-long YouTube video would be going over the limits. Unfortunately, the only limit of the video, it can only be 15 minutes long. That's how long the videos are supposed to be. Unlike the older videos, before YouTube put that little limit on there for the video limits, the videos could be an hour long. Unfortunately, nowadays, it's only 15 minutes long. But today is just one of those days. I'm just going to be sitting around. Yes, as you know, your old pal Logger, he's got hair growing out. His sideburns are getting all long again and bushy. Here, the hair on my ears is getting over my ears again. So, unfortunately, I'm going to be getting a haircut pretty soon. But the only issue with that is this. I don't know if I will be able to get a haircut this weekend. But the choices are either I get a haircut and just call it good, or I could just sit there and let it grow out. Because unfortunately, the problem is with this is this. Most of my JRTC class, they are getting their haircuts. I cannot get a haircut because I'd have to be using my money just to go out and get a haircut. And that is the shitty part. I do not want to do that. I want to get my hair cut and that's it. But the only issue with that is this. We will be going and doing a holiday parade. And that is going to be coming up very soon, which is next Saturday, and it's going to be in Manteca. I gotta talk to the caregiver here at the home to give me a ride there to Manteca, and then after that, it will be like I will have to get a ride from him again, so on and so forth. So unfortunately for that reason, doing that little thing for JRTC class, I have to basically today on my agenda. Yes, after I'm done with this video, I will be posting it, of course. I know it's been a while since I've posted any videos. Yes, and it's my bad. I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really trying my best here. I mean, it's not like I'm trying not to post any videos at all. I'm really trying. But it gets to be kind of hard after a while because nobody watches my videos. And if you love me, please hit that subscribe button. I mean, I'm trying to make it as interesting as I can. To all the older people out there who watch my videos, and to all of those younger people who do not like my videos, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm trying to make it as interesting as I can. But I know probably for some reason on social media or some crap or whatever, people are saying, oh, you know, he's bad, his YouTube channel is boring or whatever. I'm sorry, guys. It's not my fault. I talk about logging. It's basically in my blood. That's all I talk about, basically. And that's basically how I run things around here. You know. Anyways, because of this reason I'm on this topic about logging. As you know, there is a show that goes on in Eugene, Oregon, or Deming, Oregon. In Oregon, basically. It's called the Deming Logging Show. Now that has been around for a very, very long time. Basically to old wore out loggers. Basically they go and compete against each other. And yes, there's a log truck show where you can go out there and look at the log trucks. And they got them all lined up in one area. And then they got the competitions like the hot saw competitions, the the wrapper, how fast you can put on a wrapper on a log truck, and of course how long it can take you to climb up a tree, and how to see who could cut the tree down the fastest. Basically, they have those shows with the axes. But I think the real pleaser, now hear me out, is the hot saws. The hot saw, the hot saws basically are, they take these old engines like motorcycle, car engines, and whatever, and they make them into chainsaws, or they make them into these giant saws, and they're either four people lifting this saw up on each side, and then they cut the tree, see who could cut the tree the fastest, and that is really cool. But unfortunately, because of the COVID pandemic or whatever, they had to postpone the Deming Logging Show. And yes, they have a picture of the owl, the old spotted owl, sitting on the saw of the Deming logo. He's wearing a mask or whatever. I'm not against it, but I think what they're going to be doing is they're going to be, because they're letting up on some of the restrictions or whatever in Oregon or whatever. I believe they're probably going to let the Deming Logging Show happen pretty soon. Now that would be an interesting sight to see. Going to the Deming Logging Show, and then, so on and so forth. Seeing all these trucks, seeing all the competitions, or whatever. But the one thing I want to talk about too is Camp 18. Camp 18 is an old loggers camp where they have all these cool artifacts from the old loggers and whatever, from the old logging days, and equipment too, and trucks. And then they have the Camp 18 restaurant. Now I think they only serve breakfast and lunch, and I think dinner. No, I think just breakfast and lunch, if I'm correct. I don't know. I would have to look it up, guys. That's all the information I read up one time. I can't remember it right now. But anyways. Anyways, as you know, the one issue is this. The Deming Logging Show has been around for ages. Ages, people. They're trying to still figure out who started it. Who started this whole Deming Logging Show thing. And who, so on and so forth. But it's been so many years that a lot of the old loggers have told stories saying, yeah, this guy started it, or this guy started it, so on and so forth. But, what fascinates me is this, it's called the Bull of the Woods Award. Now, the Bull of the Woods Awards are to these loggers who have made a major impact on the community. On the community, people. And they basically get these hard hats that have horns on it, like the little bull horns or whatever. And they say Bull of the Woods. A lot of old loggers have gotten the award. Some young ones too, but mostly the old. Because a lot of the old timers, they've been out in the woods longer than us. No offense, old timer, you old guys, you've been out there. And yes, a lot of the newer generation, some younger generations are trying to get out there in the woods and basically make an impact on the society today. And yes, there has been some bad comments about the loggers and all that stuff. Years and years ago in the 1980s and 70s and 90s, there was the environmentalist saying, oh, logging's bad, and so on. And then that kind of went down for a while. Now we don't got to worry about it. And then, of course, we got all these environmentalists nowadays saying loggers do not replant trees. They basically kill them all and all that shit. I do not believe that. I do not believe that at all. Logging is good. It gets rid of the dead trees. And yes, the loggers nowadays, they get rid of the dead trees and they get rid of some of the burnt trees from all the fires and they replant them. They put new ones in, people, and then let the young ones grow up so then we can have trees in our forest. And that we can come back, that we can look, that all these little young saplings can grow. And then those are for the future generations to be like, oh, they can hear from their grandparents, or like me, I would tell my children, yeah, these were here years and years ago. Before these were little saplings. I'm like, now they're big giant trees. That's what the younger generation doesn't understand logging at all. Environmentalists say it's bad. I say that's a load of bullshit. That's my intake. I say that's a load of bullshit. And for all of you who disagree, I mean, hear me out. Just hear what I'm saying. Loggers do not just go in there and cut all the trees down and say, oh, not replant them. We replant the trees. We put little saplings in, we replace the old and put in the young saplings. And then they grow to be big trees over time. And then, of course, that gives them the chance to be big trees. But there is no reason why logging should not be done, and there's no reason why loggers are bad. We are not. We are protecting our forest and trying to make a big impact. And then replant the trees and all that stuff. I don't care what the environmentalists say. They can kiss my ass as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, love you guys. Remember, wash your hands, sanitize, wash your face, So if you love me, hit that subscribe button and love you. Bye.